Tim, what are we doing?
We're going to go down to the Llanteria.
These very cool bikes.
Yeah, going to get some sweet air. How's it going?
Oh, it's so little.
I can tell you're a mountain bike racer with all those excuses.
We rode to the tire shop Calvin had suggested we try to see if they had the tires we wanted. They did actually have them, but not in stock. We asked if there was any possibility of getting them at a better price. The lady said we would have to ask the manager, who would be in later that day, so we took his card and hopped back on our bikes. A few hours later, we were able to talk to the manager, who indeed was able to give us a better price. So we placed the order for some new tires and were told they should arrive in about a week.
We're not getting rained on, so that's actually it's kind of fun to ride in the rain, but nice not to be soaking.
Why are you so wet though? It looked like you got some rain on you.
Yeah, oh, I mean, it rained just a minute ago.
Yeah?
It's not raining now. Yeah, glowing.
Yeah. This is really cool. I don't know how the audio is, but this bike path is the old train tracks, and it just goes and goes and goes. So I think we're something like 10 miles or something like that so far. Pretty impressive little path they got.
Almost back. Thank you to Calvin and Leanne for letting us borrow your personal bikes. We very much appreciate it.
Cold beer's good, huh?
Cold beer's very good, and it's so cold.
Come back because we ordered a new set of tires. Very expensive, but that's okay. Actually got a good deal, frankly.
Yeah, it's
paying
just,
about
no matter
what I
what,
would
it's
pay
expensive, yeah.
in the U.S. retail though. No hookups or anything. So it's 8 days from right now. So we're gonna stay here through tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shop, get some groceries for the truck, some water, all that, and then head up into the mountains and explore some of the cool places up there. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to come back here right before the Independence Day and enjoy the Independence Day here. So we're super stoked on that. So
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yep.
We decided we should hit some of the touristy things on our way out of town. So we walked around the ruins of Mitla and then checked out the Ciudad of Teotitlán, where they are famous for their rugs. After the rug place, the lady recommended this little restaurant, so we found our way to it, and it's kind of just somebody's kitchen almost, so it's pretty cool.
Just a little something light.
As we climbed into the mountains, we had no plans of where we would camp, but we were excited to explore the area. We did find some amazing views, lots of picturesque little villages, tons of rain. We saw lots of corn, bananas, and sugarcane being grown, about 1 million churches, and as usual, the locals were great.
It's a bit rainy.
Tiny bit.
We're both really tired from not sleeping last night, so we're just trying to find a spot to sleep, basically.
Yeah.
At this point. But it's been really hard to find any little roads that go off. All of these roads, they're all towns, and people have them blocked off because there's a lot of crops and fields and stuff.
Yeah, and of course the way it works out is like at 8, 9, 10 a.m. you see a ton of side roads and a ton of little camping spots. And then just where we're at now, we're just not seeing anything. So it's kind of works out like that sometimes, where you just cannot find it when you actually want to.
What a cool little town. It's so pretty and clean and like quaint, and everyone's friendly. Beautiful church up here to check out. It smells good. It's nice. So we camped last night on a little tiny road that we found, and it rained most of the night.
Yeah,
no
quantity
one came along.
was a lot.
Yeah, it was. But neither of us slept great, and I don't know, there were all sorts of reasons, but so we're kind of tired.
Yeah, it's tough to say why. Like, you get up, you're on a road that, you know, we tried all these little fingers of roads, and they always have a little ranch house. Some look lived in, some don't. But it's tough to know. So you don't want to camp at those and, like, you know, be like imposing on somebody's spot or on their private property. And so we came back down, tried some other sort of fingers off of that road, and then eventually found one that then ended, and we're like, okay, perfect. But then it was just dumping rain, and so it's hard to make dinner and all that. But
So we had soup for dinner.
yeah, which is actually kind of one of my favorite things to have when it's cold like that. So that was actually pretty nice.
Place to stop and have lunch. Just right off the road that we were driving on. Little waterfall. It's pretty cool. Lots of butterflies around. Alright, so we are way up in the mountains now.
Yeah,
And
we're
the road we
2
were going to
days.
go on is now closed. There's
Yeah.
been a washout.
So, yeah, we're 2 days worth of driving into this area, and so it's beautiful. I mean, there's little towns all over the place.
Yeah,
Every
so
single
cool.
one has a giant, grandiose church. Even if the next one's like less than a mile away, usually down a giant cliff, but still not far away. That one will have its own church as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty mind-blowing to see how small these towns are. We're talking towns of, what do you think, 300 people?
Oh, yeah.
And each one has a big church. And then some are bigger, some probably have a couple thousand people, but it's amazing.
Road that makes us wish we had our mud terrains already.
Yep, and I kind of knew. We're going up to the mountains 3 days before we get our mud terrains, but hey, these all terrains do pretty darn good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Considering how they're pretty much racing slicks right now, and then they'll throw some of it out if I can spin the tires a bit.
We're almost to the town anyways. I assume the roads will be a little bit better in the town, but
Yeah, usually.
we'll see.
As we lost elevation, we got back to our beloved desert landscape and spent the last night out enjoying a little taste of home. We did get rained on that evening, and were also reminded that even the roads we take because most vehicles can't, donkeys and horses still can. And although solitude eluded us, I am never sad to come in contact with the people we do. After a big breakfast, we made it back to Overlander Oasis in time to get Goose's new shoes and to celebrate Mexican Independence Day with our little family of friends. To kick off the festivities, we took a cooking class to make pozole for everyone to enjoy before the town celebration later that night. At Overlander Oasis, I didn't really have any expectations coming in, and maybe that is part of what made it amazing for me. The people we met here really did feel like family. It was so cool to celebrate a holiday with them. It was such a unique experience to feel like you are old friends with so many people in such a short time. During our time here, we had group dinners, cooking lessons, yoga sessions, vehicle repair days, ice cream walks. We celebrated birthdays. We took over the front yard, creating a hangout compound with a shady tent, ate chocolate ratas, exchanged books, and many, many great conversations, not to mention laughs. It was such a highlight to share life with these amazing people for a few days.
ripped out of his mind on
Really good.
LSD during Woodstock.
So we have our little cool setup here. It's party central.
Yeah. Welcome to the cabana.
Yeah.
So this is what you carry on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know,
And the cooler.
Yeah.
when you're
Just a
very
small
high-end
cooler.
la-di-da people, this is what you carry on
Yeah.
your motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a butler that rides in a sidecar.
Yes. Shimon.
Yes. With the bow tie, I have to say. That, or he's about to break into
He's
Guantanamo.
just preparing food.
A glass of wine, please.
You wait here while your dinner's being prepared.
Yeah, you're going down the highway, you got music. Coconuts? Coconuts? Yeah? Yes, coconuts.
Don't left. Get out of here.
The fiery thing you see in the middle of the screen is a big wooden statue that has fireworks all over it. Although none of this was even close to being OSHA approved, it was mind-blowing. The fireworks were right over you, so big. It was the best fireworks I have ever seen, because it enveloped you. Luckily, all the people and trees survived. What a fun celebration. Thanks to Calvin and Leanne for making us feel at home, and to all our friends for making it such a special day.
Wow. Is it coming right at us?
The wind is time. The wind is time.
Wow, it's so big. Ah! It's like really amazing. Right above it. And I was worried about the bike path having like, you know, big holes for you to look out for. Really, as I'm saying that, there are really big, scary spiders here though.
That's the real answer. That's why you don't like this game. Pretzels. What are you talking about? What are you doing over there? You're very weird. We carry where to lay our heads every night, so we had that. We didn't find it. We knew
Love it.
We knew this was here, didn't we? I did.
No, this is
I
a
don't know how you
surprise. Guarded by giant spiders. Tim requested a Mickey Mouse pancake.
Yeah. I'm no fool. I want the good stuff. These don't taste as good. This tastes like real Mickey. Oh, okay. Don't know well enough to know that's enough.